Hi guys, welcome to the 12th episode in our playthrough as Egypt series. If you remember last episode, we did completely annex, aka conquer Macedon, which was right here, and so now we are going to be moving on to conquering Phrygia. So we do have a claim being fabricated currently, and for reuniting Alexander's empire, we do need this little province as well as quite a few more in Phrygia, as well as some of these that are currently in Phrygian land down here. As well as these are a lot of Phrygia's various allies. See that most of these guys are probably subjected, except for maybe these, but all of those. Well, then that one's subjected to Phrygia. That one's also with Phrygia. So Phrygia has a ton of subject states that are mostly down here. So we're gonna have to move a couple armies down there to deal with that, or meaning these two, maybe 3 armies all the way down here, or over here, and we'll have one go and take this fort there. And so we'll unpause, and since the armies are all in independent operations, this guy does have the right idea, but they will just kind of sit around and maybe not do what I want them to do. So we're going to let them, or control them and make them go where I want them to go. So I'll send them up here, and so we might not want to have our entire navy right there, because if Phrygia does happen to, if this war does not go well for us up here, especially, they could send troops, and if they lay siege to the city, this navy will be forced out and then probably crushed by Phrygia's navy. So we are going to send them all the way back. There should be a port right there in Pella. See, that is it does have quite a few pops as well, so Pella is a good city to, well, really for everything. So now that those troops are on the move, you can see that we do outnumber Phrygia in terms of troops. These pop-ups stop popping up. You see that they are going plus 41 though in terms of gold, but they do not have too much manpower, which is a great thing, because if they don't have too much manpower, if we kill 23,000 of their troops, maybe like 24,000, then they will be out of manpower, whereas we can handle 70,000. And so we are just about going up by that much in terms of gold. And so we might want to make a whole new army right here. Start with, as always, one single archer, because they only do take 45 days to recruit. Looks like our allies are pushing some troops on our land. That is fine, and it turned into it. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it looked like it turned into one of their troops. So we'll try again. Do not see any archers up here. Maybe it bugged out. I don't know. So, yep, there we go. Now we have some troops. That did take 90 days, but that's fine. And so we'll recruit some archers, as well as maybe some more expensive units, because we do have a lot of money. And that money's kind of sitting there, burning a hole in our imaginary pocket, so we might as well use it. You can see that recruiting quite a few expensive troops. And so Ferris Lighthouse, which is a decision I decided to enact, and so we are going to, looks like, crash Phantom Panic, and so we will go with this one so we don't lose a ton of money. Considering that right before the war, we might want to hire some mercenaries if the war does go badly. Ideally, it doesn't. Or hire mercenaries down here if Phrygia decides to navally invade this area. Phrygia is currently not at war with anyone. They are allied with Thrace, however, which could be annoying, considering that we were just at war with Thrace quite a few times, and we might have to actually get this army to go up here and just make sure Thrace doesn't be annoying. So now this 8th Stratos is born. So we will send them all the way over here, because this is going to be the main invasion right here. So they don't actually have any forts, so we'll be clear to head through until we get blocked by that fort. And then this army we will send it down here, because they do have a couple forts. And so ideally we do take them out. Looks like we either lose 10 loyalty, or... well, that's a governor of Thrace. Oh, yeah, I see. we currently do occupy Thrace. We will, well, he doesn't really need money because it does not affect us too much. And this one, again, once again, we are just going to spend some political influence. We are going up by a decent amount in terms of political influence. And so we'll come back once the claim is fabricated and our troops are in position. So we did just fabricate claim literally like 4 seconds after, so we come back. But that's what always happens. So we will enact that as always, so that we are just about to go into war. Well, we pretty much always are. And so we are clear to declare war. You can see that our 3 allies, and then we have lots more in terms of Phrygia. You can see that the Bosporan Kingdom with 8 cohorts, although that's a kind of a very like powerful name for a not that powerful nation. And so we'll declare war, no negative repercussions, and now we are at war with Phrygia. Remember, the last we actually were 3 times with Phrygia. First time white peace, second time we conquered this land, and third time we got some more of this land as well as this land. So, if those ring true, we should ideally win. But we don't know. And so we will put these troops to invading. Doesn't look like we can go there, so we'll just have them reinforced down here because looks like that is a level 2 fortress, so yeah, those extra troops will help out. Looks like they do have some troops there, and we will put these guys, all of them, on independent operations. Actually, these guys I will tell to get over there because we want them to start laying siege to that fort as quickly as possible. Looks like this territory is colonizable, and looks like that was a whole new province, so we'll have to assign a governor. So we do have some disloyal characters. Looks like this guy, we can deal with him a bit later. And so these armies are just going to go through and lay siege, or just capture, because there really are no forts here. And so ideally it looks like they do not get a navy in place to blockade this port, which would be a really smart move on their part, because I can't cross without exposing my navy, which they could then take out. So it looks like Seleucid Empire is either going to lose opinion of us, or some guy in Seleucid Empire, probably the ruler. But we do like that 10 legitimacy. So, war is going well, although it technically appears that we are losing, because we do not occupy the war goal. But we're gaining points considering that we have taken quite a bit of land already. And so that war goal, I believe I did, instead of fabricating a claim all the way over here, I actually fabricated a claim in the right area, right here, so it should be super easy to get that war goal, so we can get a high war score at the beginning. I'll just actually have to tell one of these guys to get up there and do that, because we need them to just take that for the war goal, in case we emergency, like really quickly need to sue for peace, for some reason. And so, once they take that thing, the war goal should be finished. Looks like something happened, and we won a siege down here. Which is great. We'll just have that army go over there. And so these guys are doing well. It is just level 2 fort, so it will take a while. So Ferris Lighthouse, we will have to expend this because we don't want to do that because we do need this manpower. It's a very kind of costly lighthouse. And so we'll have these guys on infinite operations as well. And this army looks like we're defeated because I did not pay attention at all. Which is that's not the best, and that is why I said we should take over that one little bit of land, because now we are at war with Seleucid Empire. This is literally the worst possible thing that could have happened. We just lost a ton of trade because we were importing a lot from them, and we're not gonna be able to sue for peace, considering that, well, I mean, we just started the war. Egypt, would they enjoy suing for peace? No, they would not. Typical. Or maybe they will, if we get lucky. And looks like Seleucid ships right there. And I mean that we will have to get our entire army all the way over here, because I believe that we do barely outnumber them, except for their subject states, which are quite a bit more powerful and bigger than ours. So looks like we do need another import. So I'll just import whatever you really want. Looks like that should be fine. And so we are going to want to maybe unpause, probably not. So what to do? You can either try and finish the war really quickly over here with Phrygia, which ideally we do. So we'll have this army go over and take out that Phrygian army, which is comprised of 3 armies, so it should not be quite as strong as ours. And we could get a bit better command. Nope, we can't. So we'll send this army over to deal with them, and then ideally, looks like we're about to capture someone, and there's a big army of Kindros. 9, that's mostly Phrygia. So we'll take out that army down there. I think it was very much overkill to send all these troops down here, considering that now we're not going to and the Thrace hasn't even done anything. So, Thrace, you have been hired to get over here. And so, did we win that battle, or did we just pass by each other? And we lost over here, which is not great at all. So we are, for some reason, winning this war, because we do control whatever province that we were supposed to be that Seleucid Empire wanted. And so we have some more trade. And it looks like Phrygia is taking out our allies currently. And so in terms of suing for peace, they really do not seem like they would want to do that. We really need to get an army over here. And I don't know why that army just walked by. I assumed that something happened, but it clearly did not. So we'll go take them out with this army. They're going to be stuck on laying siege to that for a while. So we'll move these troops in and ideally take those Phrygian troops out. Looks like they're now not happy. And so we have these guys coming in as well. And so ideally we just take this war goal and then sue for peace. And so it looks like the Phrygia's their army fled over there. And so we'll send these troops back. Looks like we do have another colonizable territory. Or this one. Really don't even need this land. But I suppose we'll take it. They will be excessively annoyed by that. Continuing, and there we go. They're really fast siegers. You get back over here. I noticed I told you over there. But we're now, and that battle's over already. Good job. Phrygia, that was a very intense battle. You can see our war score went up, and we can now still not get white peace. That's mostly because of that months of war penalty, because that's always an annoying thing. As well as this, you can see months of war, we are technically winning, because we do control that. And there is the Seleucid Empire, and all of its 3 armies of 40,000 soldiers glory. And so we might wait. What? Seleucid Empire? Seleucid Empire is going to give us land because they feel like it. Okay, Seleucid Empire, I will gladly take that land that you gave me for absolutely no reason. Well, thank you then, Seleucids. I appreciate you invading and then just giving me some land. Oh, well then. We are now at war with Phrygia. Only Phrygia. Which is great for us. And so, we are going to kind of pause it here for this episode. And so we'll resume with this war next episode. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.